Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to True Coin Value, your most trusted source for discovering the hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into a world that doesn't just sparkle, it astonishes. Imagine this. The next time you open that old family coin jar or flip through a box tucked away in the attic, you might not just be holding loose change. You might be holding history itself. A fortune sealed in copper and steel, a treasure beyond imagination. Today, I am bringing you 5 ultra-rare Lincoln wheat cents, coins so extraordinary, so breathtaking, that their very existence makes seasoned collectors tremble with excitement. These aren't just pieces of metal, they're passports to wealth, keys to American history, and living proof that fortune sometimes hides in the smallest, most ordinary-looking corners of life. Stay with me until the end, because each of these coins carries a story unlike anything you have heard before. And trust me, when you discover their current market values, your heart will skip a beat. Let's begin with coin number 1, a legend, a miracle, a dazzling star among numismatic treasures. Coin number 1. Take a deep breath, because what you are about to hear is going to give you chills. The year was 1943. America was deep in the chaos of World War II. Every resource mattered. Steel for tanks, copper for ammunition, silver for weapons. And in the midst of this wartime urgency, something magical happened inside the San Francisco Mint. This coin, our 1943 Lincoln wheat cent, with the letter S mint mark, was born out of history's most intense chapter. Instead of the traditional bronze or copper, this cent was struck in a steel composition, coated with zinc, glowing with an almost silver blue shine. It wasn't made this way for beauty, it was made out of necessity. Copper was too valuable for bullets and wires, so the mint turned to steel. But here's where the story takes a thrilling twist. Most of these 1943 cents were ordinary steel gray. Yet this one, this exact variety, carries a rare silver blue hue, a luster so striking it separates it from the millions produced. This wasn't just another wartime coin, this became a masterpiece of error, rarity, and sheer chance. Collectors all around the world whisper about this coin. Why? Because the letter S mint mark places it directly in San Francisco, a mint that already produced fewer coins compared to Philadelphia. Combine that with its unusual silver blue shade and its survival in fine condition, and you have one of the most legendary coins in the Lincoln wheat series. Now imagine this. In a sea of billions of pennies produced during the 1940s, finding a 1943 wheat cent with this exact combination of mint mark, coloration, and condition is like finding a diamond hidden in a field of gravel. This coin is not just rare, it is a phenomenon. Collectors don't just want this coin, they crave it. It is the kind of piece that transforms an average collection into a world-class showcase. Rarity, like this, doesn't come around often. Each surviving specimen drives prices higher because demand is constant, fierce, and unrelenting. Every auction this coin appears in becomes a battlefield. Bidders fight, values climb, and jaws drop. Why? Because every serious collector knows that having this coin in their vault is like owning a key to history's treasure chest. And now, the moment you've been waiting for today in the current United States. Auction market. This 1943 Lincoln wheat cent with the San Francisco mint mark and shimmering silver blue shade in fine condition is commanding an astronomical price of $183,000. Yes, you heard that right, $183,000 for a single penny. Think about that. This isn't just currency anymore, it's treasure, it's wealth. It's the kind of life-changing fortune that could appear in your pocket by pure chance. This coin is proof that not all treasure is buried in chests or locked in vaults. Sometimes it jingles in your pocket, waiting for the right eyes to recognize its worth. The market value is soaring, and let me tell you, it is only climbing higher. This is not speculation, this is reality. Wait a little longer, and this price will rise even more. This is not fantasy, I am telling you the truth. Owning this coin is like holding a mountain of gold in the palm of your hand. So what should you do as a collector, or even just a curious treasure hunter? First, always check your coins carefully. Don't dismiss that old wheat cent because it looks dull or ordinary. Look closer. Check the year, check the mint mark, study the surface, examine the color. Sometimes, history hides in the tiniest of details. Second, protect what you find. Condition matters. Coins like this are most valuable when kept safe from scratches, dirt, and damage. If you ever stumble across something rare, seal it in a protective holder immediately. And third, stay informed. That's exactly why True Coin Value exists. We bring you the freshest, most faithful updates in the world of numismatics. Because opportunities like this don't just happen once in a lifetime. They happen every single day to those who know what to look for. So there you have it. Coin number 1, the legendary 1943 Lincoln wheat cent with the S mint mark, glowing in a rare silver blue shade and standing today at a jaw-dropping market value of $183,000. This is not just a coin, this is a national treasure. A symbol of America's wartime resilience, a piece of numismatic magic, and a fortune that could turn anyone into an overnight success story. And remember, we are just getting started. This is only the first of 5 coins we are revealing today. Each one carries a story, a history, and a market value that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Stay tuned, because coin number 2 is about to make your heart race even faster. And friends, never forget that True Coin Value is your most trusted and faithful guide in this incredible journey. We bring you the freshest updates, the most reliable truths, and the treasures that most people walk past without ever knowing. Subscribe, stay tuned, and let us keep uncovering the hidden wealth of America's coinage together. Next up. Now, if you thought coin number 1 was jaw-dropping, brace yourself, because the story only gets more astonishing. What we're about to explore is one of the most talked-about rarities in American numismatic history. A coin so mysterious, so heavily sought after, that even in a worn, dirty state, it holds the power of a fortune. Yes, we're talking about the legendary 1943 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, the Philadelphia issue that slipped through history's cracks, surviving decades in red and brown spotted condition, and yet still commanding the attention of collectors across the globe. The year 1943 was unlike any other for U.S. coinage. With World War II raging, copper became too precious to waste on cents. The mint shifted to using steel coated with zinc, producing millions of silvery-looking pennies. But here's where the magic lies. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of any mint mark, was the largest producer of 1943 cents. Billions rolled off its presses. But in that sheer volume, a tiny fraction carried unusual characteristics, coins with surfaces that reacted differently to their environments, coins that aged in ways that set them apart, coins like this one. The red and brown spotting you see today isn't a flaw, it's a badge of history. It tells the story of survival, of a coin that traveled through pockets, drawers, and jars for generations, never knowing it was destined to become a treasure. Dirty, maybe, but behind that dirt is a miracle. What makes this piece remarkable is its combination of traits. No mint mark means it came from Philadelphia, the hub of coinage in 1943. Unlike the San Francisco or Denver coins, the Philadelphia issues are more common, but not like this. This particular coin bears an unmistakable pattern of red and brown toning across its surface. The natural oxidation of the steel, combined with decades of circulation, has created a patchwork look that no other coin replicates exactly. Each one is like a fingerprint, unique, unrepeatable, irreplaceable. And while some collectors chase pristine, uncirculated examples, the truth is that coins like this, showing the grit and scars of their journey, are the ones that carry soul. They tell a story of America in wartime, a story no untouched coin can ever tell. Now, here is the real kicker. Even in dirty condition, with spotting and wear, the 1943 no mint mark wheat cent is in extraordinary demand. Why? Because serious collectors understand that rarity isn't about beauty, it's about survival. Billions were struck, yes, but only a tiny fraction remain today in collectible condition, and fewer still carry this distinct toning and historical character. Every auction house that lists a 1943 no mint mark in such a condition watches in awe as bids skyrocket. Collectors know, when you get a chance at one of these, you do not let it slip away. It's not just another coin, it's a key to numismatic immortality. And now, the moment that shocks everyone, despite its red and brown spotting, despite its dirty surface, despite its long and rugged journey through countless hands, this coin today commands an unbelievable market value of $178,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. $178,000 for a single cent. Dirty? Yes. Spotted? Yes. But worthless? Absolutely not. This is proof that in the world of rare coins, condition may tell a story, but rarity dictates destiny. This is no exaggeration. The market value is climbing higher and higher every day. Owning this coin is like having a treasure chest in your palm. It is not fiction. It is reality. Wait just a little longer, and that price tag will not be $178,000 anymore. It will be more and more and more. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just make you rich, it makes you a legend among collectors. So what can you learn from the 1943 no mint mark wheat cent? Simple. Never judge a coin by its cover. Don't dismiss coins that look dirty, spotted, or worn. Sometimes, those very imperfections are what prove authenticity, rarity, and uniqueness. The second tip, always double-check 1943 pennies. Most are ordinary steel, but the rare ones, they are the coins that auction houses dream about. Even in unexpected condition, they command life-changing prices. And third, stay educated. That's why True Coin Value exists. We bring you the real stories, the real values, and the real treasures, so you never walk past a fortune hiding in plain sight. So, there you have it. Coin number 2, the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, red and brown spotted, dirty but powerful. And yet, in today's auction market, this humble-looking cent explodes with a market value of $178,000. Think about it. A coin you might overlook as worthless, lying in an old jar or rattling around in your grandfather's drawer, could actually be the treasure that changes your life. And remember, we are only halfway through our incredible lineup. The next coin, it is going to push the boundaries of rarity even further. Stay with me, because the treasure hunt is only getting richer. Next up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves, because we are stepping into the heart of one of the most breathtaking wartime rarities ever struck. If coin number 1 and coin number 2 already had you on the edge of your seat, then coin number 3 will send chills down your spine. This is not just any cent. This is the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent, with the Denver D mint mark shimmering in a rare blue shade and preserved in very fine condition. A coin so powerful, so electrifying, that even hardened collectors gasp when they see it. Let's rewind the clock. The year was 1943. World War II was draining America's resources at an unimaginable pace. Copper was being swallowed by the war effort, used to produce ammunition, communication wires, and military equipment. With copper off the table, the United States. Mint turned to a new material, zinc-coated steel. And thus, the 1943 steel Lincoln cents were born. They were practical, efficient, and unintentionally magnificent. But what makes the Denver Mint's issue so remarkable is its story of rarity. The D Mint mark set it apart from the billions produced in Philadelphia. Denver's output was smaller, and within that smaller run, certain coins carried unique hues and finishes. Our coin, with its distinctive blue tint, is one of those miracles. This isn't just a cent, it's a chapter of America's wartime resilience, preserved in metal. What makes this Denver coin stand out from the rest? Let's talk details. First, the mint mark. That small D below the date instantly narrows the field of survival. Denver was not a massive producer compared to Philadelphia. That fact alone places it on a pedestal of rarity. Second, the coloration. Most 1943 steel cents appear silvery gray. But through unique reactions between the zinc coating, the environment, and time itself, this one carries an unforgettable blue shade. It isn't paint, it isn't an error, it is natural alchemy. A shade that whispers, "I am one in a million." Third, the condition. Labeled as very fine, this coin has survived the passage of more than 80 years, with details still strong, lettering crisp, and the wheat stalks on the reverse clear. That balance between age, beauty, and preservation is what collectors dream of. Now, let's talk about demand. Denver's 1943 steel cents are already on the rare list. Add in this breathtaking blue tone, and suddenly the demand skyrockets. Collectors don't just want this coin, they need it. Auction houses have seen it again and again. When a Denver blue shaded 1943 wheat cent crosses the stage, it is as if lightning has struck. Bidding wars break out, numbers climb, and hearts pound. Because everyone in that room knows this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to own a coin that practically radiates treasure. The rarity isn't just about numbers, it's about uniqueness. And uniqueness in the world of coins is everything. And now, let's peel back the curtain on what this coin is truly worth today. A 1943 Denver Mint Lincoln wheat cent, glowing in blue shade, preserved in very fine condition, commands a jaw-dropping market value of $176,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. $176,000. For a penny. But make no mistake, this is no ordinary penny. This is treasure in its purest form. This is the kind of coin that transforms your collection into something priceless. Its value is rising day after day, auction after auction. This is not a rumor. This is not a guess. This is the truth. Owning this coin means holding wealth in your very hand, a fortune the size of a mountain condensed into a single cent. So what is the lesson here for collectors, hunters, and dreamers? First, watch for mint marks. That tiny D is not a small detail, it is the difference between common and legendary. Second, study color and luster. While most coins from this series will show standard steel gray, the rare ones carry tints, blue, silver, or even darker shades that elevate them into the realm of treasure. Third, never underestimate very fine condition. Many coins from 1943 are rusted, corroded, or worn beyond recognition. Finding one with details intact is like catching lightning in a bottle. And lastly, Always stay connected with trusted, faithful sources. That's why True Coin Value exists. We bring you the real truth, the real numbers, and the freshest updates, because in a market that moves this fast, knowledge is your greatest weapon. So there it is. Coin number 3, the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent with the Denver D mint mark, radiating a rare blue shade and preserved in very fine condition. Today, it carries a market value of $176,000. This coin is not fiction, not fantasy, it is treasure. A fortune in the palm of your hand, a piece of America's wartime soul turned into wealth. And remember, that value is rising every day. Wait just a little longer, and this treasure will be worth even more. And friends, we are not finished. We still have 2 more breathtaking coins ahead, and I promise you the best is yet to come. Stay right here, because the treasure hunt is only growing richer. Next up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been amazed so far, hold tight, because coin number 4 is going to shock you even more. Unlike the wartime 1943 steel issues, this one takes us one step back into the last year before the great transformation of U.S. coinage during World War II. This is the 1942 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, a coin born in the twilight of America's copper cents, aged in old condition, yet today standing as a monumental treasure worth far more than most people could ever imagine. The year 1942 was pivotal. America had just entered World War II. Factories were roaring, copper was already being rationed, and the U.S. Mint was preparing for drastic changes. This was the final full year that Lincoln wheat cents were struck in their traditional bronze alloy, 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. By 1943, the world would change. The war effort demanded every ounce of copper for ammunition, communications, and weaponry, and the mint would switch to zinc-coated steel. But 1942 was the end of an era. And right there in the Philadelphia Mint, without any mint mark, this coin was born. Struck in bronze, carrying the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, this cent became one of the last of its kind before wartime necessity transformed everything. At first glance, you might think it's just another wheat penny, but look closer. The absence of a mint mark tells us this coin came from Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage at the time. Unlike Denver or San Francisco issues, Philadelphia's cents were mass-produced, but survival in collectible form tells a different story. What makes this coin unique is not mint perfection, it is its old, weathered condition. And here's the key. Collectors don't see old condition as weakness. They see it as authenticity. Every mark, every fade, every worn edge is a testament to the years this coin has traveled, to the generations of hands it passed through, to the life it lived before ending up here, today, as a treasure. It is, quite literally, history you can hold in your hand. Now, you might ask, how does a coin in old condition rise above billions of others to become priceless? The answer is simple: rarity within context. While many 1942 cents were struck, very few survive today with both authenticity and a story. And collectors are hungry for them. Every year that passes makes this coin rarer because time claims more and more of them through corrosion, loss, or simple neglect. Auction houses today don't just list 1942 wheat cents, they feature them like stars. Collectors know this is one of the last copper issues before history turned towards steel. That makes demand relentless. And when demand meets rarity, value explodes. And here comes the thunder. Today, this 1942 Lincoln wheat cent, without a mint mark, in old condition, holds a market value of a staggering $186,000. Yes, you heard me right. $186,000. For a coin that looks weathered, worn, aged, and yet stands today as one of the most valuable wheat cents in existence. This is treasure in the purest sense of the word. This is not an exaggeration, not a dream, not fiction, it is the truth. The value is rising day by day, auction after auction, as more collectors chase fewer surviving specimens. And let me tell you something, wait a little longer, and this coin's worth will rise even higher. Think about it. A coin minted in the shadow of war, forgotten by many, and overlooked by most, now revealing itself as a fortune in your pocket. What does this mean for you? First, never ignore the old ones. Coins from the early 1940s may not glitter like modern issues, but they carry a weight of history that collectors crave. Second, don't underestimate condition. Yes, old condition might look unimpressive at first, but in the numismatic world, authenticity and rarity outweigh polish. A coin like this, with all its age, tells a story worth thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Third, check those jars, drawers, and family collections carefully. That old-looking wheat cent without a mint mark could very well be the treasure that changes your life. And finally, stay tuned right here, because at True Coin Value, we deliver the most faithful, trustworthy, and up-to-date truths about this incredible world. So there it is, coin number 4, the 1942 Lincoln wheat cent, without a mint mark, aged in old condition, and today standing tall with a market value of $186,000. This is not just a cent, it's a farewell to America's copper coinage before the war reshaped everything. It's a time capsule of history, a treasure chest in miniature, and a fortune that proves the smallest things can carry the greatest value. And friends, don't go anywhere, because we still have one final coin to reveal, and trust me, you will not want to miss what's coming next. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the climax of today's treasure hunt. You've already witnessed history, you've felt the suspense, and you've seen coins worth fortunes beyond imagination. But this final coin, coin number 5, ties it all together in a way that will leave you stunned. This is the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, glowing with a rare grey-blue shade, preserved in very fine condition. A coin that not only echoes the turmoil of World War II, but also radiates the brilliance of rarity, value, and treasure beyond belief. Let's rewind once more to 1943, a year when America was all in for the war. Copper was critical for ammunition, wiring, and equipment, so the mint turned to steel, coating it with zinc. Suddenly, the humble cent no longer carried its traditional bronze glow. It gleamed with a silvery appearance. Philadelphia, the largest U.S. mint, produced billions of these steel cents. But within that massive production, only a fraction survived, the decades with unique shades and high-grade preservation. This is where our coin enters the stage, a Philadelphia cent, no mint mark, yet carrying a distinctive grey-blue hue that collectors dream of. This coin is not just money, it is history crystallized in metal, a relic of the war years, and a fortune disguised as a penny. What sets this treasure apart? 3 words: shade, mint, and condition. First, the shade. Unlike the standard flat silver grey seen in most 1943 steel cents, this one carries a mesmerizing grey-blue tone. That coloration, caused by subtle environmental reactions over 8 decades, is not a flaw. It is beauty. It is rarity. It is uniqueness that cannot be duplicated. Second, the mint origin. With no mint mark, this coin hails from Philadelphia, the heart of wartime production. While billions were struck there, coins with this distinct appearance are incredibly scarce, making them stand out as legendary among collectors. Third, the condition. Graded as very fine, this coin has survived more than 80 years with strong detail, clean lines, and its wheat stalks still boldly visible on the reverse. Very fine is no small achievement for a coin that passed through hands, jars, drawers, and pockets for generations. Now let's talk about demand. Everyone wants a piece of 1943 because it was the year America's cent changed forever. But not everyone can have one like this. Gray-blue shaded Philadelphia steel cents in very fine condition are exceptionally rare. Auction after auction, these coins become lightning rods for competitive bidding. Collectors worldwide chase them because they know that uniqueness is the heartbeat of numismatics. And here's the truth. Demand is not slowing down, it's accelerating. Every time one of these appears, it vanishes into a private collection, pushing scarcity even higher. And with scarcity comes value, skyrocketing value. And now, the number that makes hearts race. Today, this 1943 no mint mark Lincoln wheat cent, grey-blue shade, very fine condition, carries a jaw-dropping market value of $177,000. Yes, you heard me right. $177,000 for a single penny. But this is no ordinary penny. This is a treasure chest in disguise. Its value is rising every single day, and I promise you, wait a little longer, and the market will take it even higher. This is not a guess. This is the truth. Owning this coin is like holding lightning in your hand, a fortune compressed into the smallest, humblest form imaginable. So what can you learn from this masterpiece? First, pay attention to shades and toning. That blue-gray glow is what turns ordinary into extraordinary. Second, condition is everything. A very fine survivor is leagues above the worn, corroded examples. Protect your coins the moment you find them. Third, check every 1943 cent carefully. Many people think these are just common steel pennies, but as you've seen today, the rare survivors can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And finally, never forget, True Coin Value is here to guide you every single day with faithful, trustworthy, and fresh updates so you will never miss out on life-changing opportunities like this. So there it is, coin number 5, the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent, without a mint mark, grey-blue shade, very fine condition, and today it explodes with a market value of $177,000. Think about that. From a simple penny in your hand to a treasure worth nearly $200,000. This is the magic of numismatics. This is the power of discovery. And friends, that brings us to the end of our incredible lineup of 5 ultra-rare, most valuable Lincoln wheat cents. Each one carries history, rarity, and a treasure chest of value that could make anyone rich overnight. Remember, treasure is closer than you think. It might be in your pocket. It might be in your grandfather's collection. It might be waiting in a jar of coins on your shelf. All you need is the eye to see it. And here at True Coin Value, you will always get the most faithful truths, the freshest updates, and the guidance you need to turn curiosity into discovery and discovery into fortune. Stay tuned, subscribe, and join me again tomorrow for more hidden treasures of America's coinage. Because every day, another legend is waiting to be found.